Yes, what's going on, guys? Tim Chase here, and I'm in the kitchen. And no, I'm not going to be cooking a meal because I'm pretty rubbish at cooking, I'm not going to lie. But quite a few of you have asked what my supplement regime is like. Now, I take quite a lot of supplements. As you probably know, I was sponsored with Optimum Nutrition for years. So I had the luxury of trying a hell of a lot of supplements. And working with probably about 8 or 9 different prep coaches, I've been given a lot of different protocols when it comes to things like your vitamins and your minerals. So I thought I'd give you a bit of an insight into what I take at the moment on like a daily basis. And I was just sorting out the different pills I take, and there's quite a lot. I'll be honest though, I do forget more often than not. So I thought I would start with a video now just telling you what I have in the morning. And I'll do a separate one regarding what I do sort of pre, intra and post workout and evening. Now, the main thing to note, as I just touched on, is it's not essential. The clue is in the word supplement. So even when I was a sponsored athlete with a supplement company, it was still a supplement. So you do not have to take anything and you can still get some great results. You can still get your minerals and your vitamins and your micronutrients and obviously your macros from your normal nutrition. But the idea of a supplement is to basically help and supplement your diet. So this is what I'm currently taking in the morning. First thing I start with is a greens drink. Now, just so you know, this is not a sponsored video. I'm not sponsored by any of these companies, although I am an ambassador for one, but I will make that very clear. But I take a greens powder. This is the one I take. I don't even know who makes it. I mean, you can have a look there. I just go on Amazon and order a bog standard greens powder. I got recommended this a while ago, and because I don't really have a lot of fruit and veg in my diet, I thought, well, a greens powder is a great way to sort of start the day off. You can use all those buzzwords like superfoods and all that rubbish, but ultimately it is just a blend of greens. So obviously it's going to help with your micronutrient intake for the day. It's going to help with things like your digestion. It's going to help sort of move things through because it's going to be pretty high in fiber. Looking at the ingredients, it's things like wheatgrass, flaxseed, green tea extract, spirulina, etc., etc. So loads of these sort of buzzwords and superfoods. Anyway, tastes absolutely horrendous. So I bang that in half a pint of water. And with that, I use apple cider vinegar. This is something I was recommended years ago when I first started competing. Is it a fad? Don't really know. Benefits are meant to be that it does help with your digestion, so that's a win. It's all about what you actually absorb into your body rather than what you eat. You probably heard that sort of analogy before. It's meant to help with your insulin sensitivity, and also it's meant to help with things like fat loss and lowering your blood pressure and heart health. I'm not even going to try and pull up studies. I'm not really interested, and I'm guessing a lot of you watching this probably don't really care about the actual science because the science changes every month, every year. But that's what I've been currently taking. So they're the sort of health benefits that people tend to go on about. I also use lemon juice. I'm not even going to get it from the fridge. You know what lemon juice looks like. I just get bog standard lemon juice from Tesco's, Waitrose, wherever on earth I end up. I sounded quite posh, didn't I? Waitrose, Sainsbury's probably, or Tesco more likely, maybe Asda. So just a bog standard lemon juice. Again, the benefits are meant to be, obviously, it's a source of vitamin C, but it's meant to be good for things like your kidney health, your digestion, things like weight loss, hydration. So with all of these sort of supplements or things I take, do they work? Do they not? Do you know what? With a lot of them, I'm not 100% sure. Like, will this make a big difference? If it makes like 0.5% difference to my physique and how I feel and my digestion, then it's worth me taking it because it's cheap, and it's not going to have any sort of negative effects. Taking a greens powder and taking lemon juice, I can't really see any negative effects of me taking them. So if there is a benefit, even if it's small, then, I'm willing to take the risk, take the gamble. Not that there is much of a risk. Next thing, multivitamins. So this is an Optimum Nutrition one, Optimen. Again, there are plenty of multivitamins out there. Do you need them? No, of course you don't need them. If your diet is a little bit bland and boring like mine, then why not just get some multivitamins just to cover all bases when it comes to your nutrition and your sort of micronutrients? Because, you know, if you're deficient in a particular vitamin, then there could be some side effects, potentially serious. So just like to cover all bases. Don't take crazy doses, just enough to ensure that, you know, I've got sort of good joint health, good skin, good mental function, that sort of thing. So yeah, that helps. With regards to vitamins, vitamin D. So I've got vitamin D3. I take 2 of these, one morning, one night. Like I said, I normally forget. So some days none, some days one. When it was sunny, I just didn't bother because vitamin C, sunlight helps with your vitamin D production. So if it's really sunny and you get a lot of sun, you can just drop that, save yourself some money. But when it's cold, wet, windy and you're stuck indoors, vitamin D is a good one. Helps with absorption of things like calcium, so good for bones. And as you probably know, you know, when you don't get a lot of sunlight, you probably hear of it. People can get sort of depressed. So I find that can help with, with depression, and also it's meant to be linked to things like muscle weakness. So it's worth getting a vitamin D if you can. And again, same with vitamin C. So how much vitamin C do you actually get from things like oranges and orange juice? You know, that's open for debate. You know, people are saying that farming practices these days, you're not getting, you know, as much vitamin C as you used to from a lot of foods you'd usually get it from. So depending on how much your multivitamins got in it, you might not even need to buy this. But if you want to just cover your back, get some vitamin C. It's an antioxidant, and as you probably know, it is good for your immunity. And things like growth and repair of body tissues, memory, are other sort of claimed benefits, along with things like reducing blood pressure, etc., etc. So basically, it is good for immunity. And you probably hear when people say they're getting a cold, they need to be having vitamin C to help fight it. Again, I take it. I take 2 of these a day. So I should have shown you that. So I take 2,000 mgs a day, if I remember, which is on the high side. But when I was dieting, especially, I get ill quite a lot. And as I'm reverse dieting now, I just want to cover my back with that. If you go too high on vitamin C, you'll probably get a bit of a dodgy stomach. So that's one of the side effects I've noticed previously when I sort of took too much. Collagen, again, you don't really need this. I was recommended this last year just for sort of bone and joint health. So I just take 2 of these, again, if I remember, purely because I'm having a few issues with my joints, especially one of my knees. So again, if it isn't massively expensive and I think there's a benefit, then why not take it? You can see there's quite a lot here. And then finally, to help my digestion, I won't get geeky at all with these, digestive enzymes and probiotics. So these help with your digestion in your gut and your gut health. And like I said, it is all about what you actually absorb into your body. And the stomach is like the first sort of line of defense with your immune system, because that's where, you know, foreign objects go into your stomach and then into your body. So why not look after your stomach and your digestive tract? And finally, the guys I do sort of represent, Love Hemp, but basically it is a CBD product. So I've got quite a few different ones, as you can probably imagine, but I tend to use the CBD morning, middle of the day, and then before I go to bed. So it helps with things like your anxiety, recovery, you know, I just said stress with anxiety, sleep. There's a lot of things it is meant to help with. Again, I don't want to claim it has any amazing benefits, but as I say to everyone with CBD, give it a go and see if it helps. If you're someone who struggles to recover, to relax, to sleep, then maybe give it a go. There's plenty of other benefits it's meant to have with people, for example, with things like epilepsy, but I'm not even going to get involved in that. I'll let people who've kind of got those sort of conditions and have tried this let you know. But if you just Google CBD benefits, you'll find out for yourself. And as this is the only brand that I am actually an ambassador for, if you guys want to use Love Hemp or try out for yourself, then I do actually have a discount code, which I'll put below in the comments. Other than that, I don't represent any of these brands. So that is what I personally take. It is a bit of a, I can't even grab them, there's so many. It's a bit of a ginormous stack, if you call it that. People are going to be a bit confused now watching this, thinking, what on earth do I need to buy? So the first thing is you don't need anything at all. Just focus on having a nice balanced diet. So, go back to the old 5 a day, get some greens in you, get some broccoli in you, get some lettuce in you, get some colours, in you as well, whether that's, cherry tomatoes or an apple or banana, whatever it may be. You've just got to factor it into your total calories and macronutrients, that's your protein, carbs and fats for the day. So you don't really need anything. If I was to say what would be my most essential thing to buy first, it really depends on what you're deficient in. I would say a multivitamin is possibly a good way to go because that kind of covers all bases. So multivitamin would be kind of the first place I'd look. And then potentially it would be something along the lines of like a probiotic or a digestive enzyme to help with your sort of digestive function. So I'd probably go down that route. So maybe these two as a starting point, a multivitamin and digestive enzymes, and then after that, it really, like I said, depends on what you're deficient in. If you're not getting a lot of sunlight, if you're living in the UK like me, vitamin D would be a very good one to go to next, and that would probably be it as a starting point. If you want to take it to the next stage, then this is kind of where I'd look to go next. A morning greens powder. It does taste horrendous, but it's a good place to go. And then, when you want to take your nutrition and you're ticking all your boxes, you want to take it to the next level, then you can start throwing in, the CBD, collagen. I mean, there's endless supplements you could take, but you've really just got to take what you think is worth it for you, because it's all very good and well buying all this stuff, but it does start to add up and cost a bit of money. So if you're looking at this now, just get a nice simple multivitamin, maybe a digestive enzyme to have before you eat your first meal. You could in fact have these at every meal depending on how good your digestion is. And then let's have a look at a greens powder. But other than that, like I said, you don't need any of this stuff. Go for a well-rounded, balanced diet. We all know what a healthy diet is, or a healthy eating plan. It is not eating a takeaway every night. It is not eating a full English fry-up every morning. It is about a kind of good variety of fruits, veg, lean meat, complex carbohydrates. But we'll save that for another video because this one has gone on for far too long. Anyway, I hope you found that relatively useful. If you do need any help at all with your nutrition or your training, please drop me a message and I'll feel free to sort of help you out. And like I said, this is just what I take based on what's worked for me and my opinion. So if you don't agree with it, then by all means let me know. But I'm not trying to cure any diseases and I'm not trying to tell you what you have to take. I'm just telling you what I recommend and what works for me and a lot of my clients over the years. But if I'd gone back a year, there was times where I was taking absolutely no supplements at all, especially when I had no money. And there was times when I was probably taking double this amount. But right now I'm into a bit of a routine and what I'm doing is working for me. I haven't got ill. I haven't had any digestive issues. I feel great. I think my skin looks a bit better. So whatever I'm doing is working. So I am not changing it. Anyway, I hope you liked the video and I will catch you at the next one. Ciao.